I built my aesthetic physique that attracts girls and gets respect from guys and my family. And I also helped my friends go through a good transformation in the gym. So my advice for building muscle clearly fucking works. So just listen to what I say in this video, and within 6 to 12 months, you're gonna look so much more muscular. The first link in the description is my full course on building your dream physique. Check it out. You will make the fastest progress that you made if you just lock in your price right now. So the first thing that we're gonna get straight into is intensity. Intensity, how hard are you training? That's basically the biggest thing that's gonna determine whether you're gonna build your dream physique, you're gonna make a lot of progress, or you're gonna stay like every other guy who lifts for 5, 10 years and he stays the same and he's been complaining that, but I reached my natural limit. Like I see a lot of guys like to say, I reached my natural limit. What is your natural limit? You gained like 5 kilograms of muscle, you gained like 10, 12 pounds of muscle. Is this your natural limit? Are you set to gain like 5 kg of muscle? No. This video is gonna solve this problem. The first thing is intensity. Go to failure on every single set. That's gonna build you the most amount of muscle. If you do your sets and you get to the point, let's say you're doing incline dumbbell press, you're lifting the weight, you did 6 reps, okay, 7 reps, you're doing with heavy weights, 8 reps, it's getting pretty damn heavy, 9, it's getting pretty fucking hard. You're doing 10 fucking reps, fucking painful, you lower it down slowly, you push for another rep, your spotter helps you a little bit, you get it up, one more rep, you can't even do it, your spotter helps you do it, and you can't do any more reps. Even if someone has gun to your head, you're not going to be able to do any more reps. That's when you drop it. If you start to train like this, you're not going to have any problems with growing muscle. Of course, like if you don't eat enough food, that's another problem, but we're going to cover it later in the video. This is the biggest thing. This is like the 20% of the things that you should do to build muscle. One of them is training so fucking hard. Going to failure, at least go close to failure. Like I'm not, okay, don't every single set go to the point where you can't do any more rep. Okay, you can leave like 1-2 reps max. Like I'm not, don't do your fucking mild discomfort little sets where you're not even pushing yourself hard and you're not even training till failure. This is why a lot of guys go to the gym for 1 year, they grow muscle, they get a good amount of size, they get the abs, the chest, they built a bit of muscle. Wow, 1 year I've built a lot of muscle. And then they get into the second year, not much growth. The third year, no muscle growth. Fourth year, no muscle growth. 5th year, no muscle growth. They've been lifting for 7 years and they look like they've been training for 6 months. If you don't want to be like them, you better go to failure on every set. That's why some guys grow muscle every single year. Every single year they grow a lot of muscle because they push themselves so fucking hard. This is how you build muscle. All of these things like mind-muscle connection that I spoke on the previous video, mind-muscle connection, the pump, the burn, the sweat, and all these things don't matter. I'm telling you, they don't matter. You shouldn't even be thinking about any of these things. You just focus on doing your exercises properly, good form, pushing till failure, pushing to the point where you can't do any more reps, getting so fucking hard. And if you do this, this is gonna be really taxing, but it's gonna build a lot of muscle. And to make it less taxing, to make it not that much tiring for you, so you can just go and train hard as fuck without getting tired that much, is to lower the sets. Let's say if now you're doing 4 sets per exercise, lower it down to 3 sets per exercise and take all these 3 sets till failure. Because if you take 4 or 5 sets, 2 hours in the gym till failure, you're gonna burn yourself out. Just lower the sets. In every single exercise, lower 1 set. Let's say if you're doing 4 sets of barbell bench press, 4 sets of incline dumbbell press, and 4 sets of dips. This is what I recommend to do, just like 2 to 3 exercises per muscle group max. Don't do more than 3. And you're doing these things by 4 sets. You go and you lower it down to 3 sets on each exercise. So you've got a total of 9 sets per chest, per every muscle, but I'm giving the example with chest. And you go in, you take all these sets till failure. You take all these sets to the point where you can't do any more rep. You push so fucking hard. You get yourself a spotter, someone that's gonna help you do this. A good spotter, and you train so fucking hard. You get to this point, you can't do any more reps. Incline dumbbell press should look like this. 8. Come on. 9. It's pretty fucking painful. 10. Come on. One more rep. You can't do anymore. This is how your sets are gonna look like if you want to build muscle. And then the next thing is progressive overload. Don't be one of these guys who has been lifting 60 kg bench press for years. If you want to grow muscle, you need to be increasing the weights that you're using. You want to be doing more weight. If you go from a 30 kg bench press all the way to 100 kg, your chest is gonna get a lot bigger. You're gonna have the full fucking pecs. If you go from a, let's say, 30 kg lat pull down all the way to a 70 kg lat pull down, you're gonna have a huge back. But the way that you increase the weight is so interesting. You're not gonna go and every session try to increase your weight because you just can't. You just can't. You're gonna just focus on training so damn hard, pushing yourself till failure. And when you feel like you can increase the weight, increase it. Or just follow a rep range like 10 to 15 reps. Do every single exercise in 10 to 15 reps. Grab a weight that's pretty heavy that you can fail at 10 reps. Go do your 10 reps. Let's say 3 sets of 10 reps. It's pretty damn hard. And the next time you go in and on the last set, instead of doing 10, you do 11. Everything is the same. You just did one more rep, and that's how you grow muscle. And if you don't do this 11th rep and you keep training the same way that the next time, you're not gonna build any muscle. So you do one more rep every single time, one more rep, to the point that on the last set you get from 10 to 15 reps. You get to 15 reps on the last set. Now you're doing 10 reps on the first set, 10 reps on the second set, and 15 reps on the last set. And then you go do the same thing on the second set, all the way from 10 to 15 every single session. You increase 1, 2, 3 reps. And when you get to 15, you do the same thing on the first set. And when you're doing 3 sets of 15, you increase the weight and you're back to 10. You increase the weight by the smallest amount. That's how you progressively overload. That's how you increase the weight. This is the most important part for building muscle, is actually progressively overloading, doing more than you did the last time. I'm telling you, this is like the biggest reason why guys stop growing muscle, because they just lift the same weight for months. Like, you can't expect to grow muscle if you're doing this. The weight should go up. The weight should go up, but if you increase the weight in the cost of your form, you start cheating, you start swinging, you start doing the exercises wrong just to increase the weight, you're not going to build muscle. You're just going to injure yourself. So good form, slowly increasing the reps, and when you're doing a lot of reps, that's when you increase the weight and you grow muscle actually. So the next thing is diet. Diet is actually so important for building muscle. When you're training like this, as I said, you're going to need a good diet, and good diet is basically the diet where you're eating 85% clean whole foods, the foods that your great grandparents used to eat: rice, beef, chicken, eggs. 85% of your diet should be like this, and then the 15% of your diet, get some dirty food, get some cookies inside of the gym, eat them whilst you train so that you get some more energy, and eat what your mom cooks, eat clean, do a great grandfather bulk, basically. Eat what your great grandparents used to eat. And you need to bulk, you need to gain weight. If you don't gain weight, you're not going to build muscle. You take this shit seriously. If you're not gaining weight, you're not going to build muscle. If you keep staying at the same body weight, you're not going to grow muscle. If you keep trying to lose weight, lose fat, you're not going to build muscle. The only way to build muscle as a natural lifter, a guy who's not taking steroids, is to bulk, is to eat a lot of food, focus on gaining weight, upping your body weight, going from, let's say, if you're 55 kg right now, going to 70 kg. Solely by 2 years. In 2 years, you can go from 55 kg to 70 kg body weight, and you're gonna look massive. But of course, you don't eat too much to the point where you get fat. You keep the bulk steady. You need to force feed. You need to actually eat a lot of food. You need to force feed yourself. You need to eat a lot of food. You need to forcefully eat more food, because as a skinny guy, it is so fucking difficult to gain weight. And there's no other way to gain weight than force feeding food and literally forcefully eating more food, even if you don't want to eat. So that's it. And another tip that I'm going to give you with your diet is eat more meat and eat more eggs. These things are very healthy for you, and high protein, high fat is going to help you boost your testosterone, and testosterone helps you make more muscle, naturally increasing your testosterone. And then the last thing is recovery. After this hard training, you eat a lot of food, you still recover, but you have to prioritize your sleep. Go to bed 9 to 12 hours every single night of sleep, non-negotiable. That's so important for you. You sleep every single night from 9 to 12 hours. That's it. Non-negotiable. Like, no hustle culture. No, I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. and do some work. None of this shit. Sleep 9 to 12 hours. You don't skip it. Like, ever. Fuck your social event. Fuck your little, I don't give a fuck. 9 to 12 hours of sleep. And train 5 to 6 times a week max. Don't train more than that. And stop prioritizing anything that's not gym related. Like, no one's gonna give you this advice because everyone is telling you the same fucking bullshit. Yeah, make sure you sleep, make sure you eat. But a very important piece of advice I'm gonna give you to recover faster and to build more muscle is to stop prioritizing anything that's not gym related. Stop waking up early in the morning to study and you ruin your sleep. Stop staying up late with your friends and you ruin your sleep, you ruin your testosterone. Stop doing any of that. Prioritize the gym above everything else, and you're gonna build your dream physique faster than ever. Actually, this is actually what it takes. Hard, very hard training, intense, hardcore training. Of course, stick to your workout routine. Don't change workout. Stick to one workout routine and train so fucking hard. That's so important. Actually, I should have said this before, but eat clean, whole foods, and bulk gain weight. Go gain like 30 pounds over the next years, and then recover, sleep, take rest days. That's it. So that's actually what I did to build my dream physique, to go from a skinny twig to a jack motherfucker. And if you want the same transformation but even faster, then join my program, which is linked in the description. Check it out. I will literally give you the workout routine that you need to do to maximize muscle growth, that you can just stick to this workout routine and don't change it and make the biggest progress that you made in your entire life, because changing workouts all the time is literally no good for your progress. And then the meals that you should eat, the exact meals, like exactly what to eat to grow muscle, and then the diet that you should follow, the kind of diet that you should follow, and tips and tricks on how to improve your sleep, how to progressively overload, how to convince your parents to get supplements and whatever. Everything is there. Check it out, and see you there, and also see you in the next video.